Exactly 30 years ago, I was sitting like a student graduating out of my college. And honestly, I had no idea what I'm going to do in life. I'd heard a lot of terms about, how you should find that passion in life or be the best at what you do. And it's okay at this point if you don't know what your passion is, what is it that you want to spend your entire life doing. You will eventually find it. And I'm here to tell you that today. I graduated and got into the corporate world. One thing I was very clear, whatever I do, I wanted to work with people and I wanted to go all in any task I take up. I was fortunate enough to work with entrepreneurs. I was literally second in command my entire career life and executing dreams of people who wanted to create something new, add value to the society, specifically in IT industry. It didn't matter which domain it was. I worked in supply chain management. I worked in banking domain. I worked in digital media. But when I went in, I was very sure that I will do the best I can to the role I have taken up and ensure that people with me learn and grow. That was very, very important from my own goal alignment perspective. I accidentally stumbled upon the passion, and let's start the story from there on. About 20 years ago, a friend of mine had signed into a race, a marathon event, and she was doing the 5 kilometers, and the venue was very close to my house, so she came to meet me before actually going there, and as a last-minute add-on, she said, "Come and walk with me." I said, there's no way I can do a 5 kilometers. I was very clear about it. I was never a sports person. I was never an athlete all my life. And she said, worst case, we'll walk, we'll have fun, we'll chat, and we'll walk out whenever we feel that we can't complete it. I was like, okay, and just joined her, and I managed to finish 5 kilometers, and that was a revelation for me. Not that it became a passion overnight. I just felt good and I wanted to continue doing more of it. So my journey of running started. Empty roads, early mornings, unpredictable conditions, absolutely no technology. No apps to track your steps, your distance, your cadence, your heart rate, none of the things that you guys live with today. Absolutely no understanding of different mechanisms that influence how your body functions. I didn't even know which was the right shoe for running. I just took whatever was at home. I would go out and run. But it made me feel alive. It was a very powerful feeling. And it was a lonely journey to begin with. And then a few friends got curious, so they started running with me. Family members said, okay, this seems fun because she seems to be doing it for so long, so let's do that. And that's how my cousin, who is now the CMD of NEB Sports, got into running. He joined me and we started running and we realized this is fun. The next step was obviously to find out what are the events, the run events that are there, and you kind of go there and enjoy being with the community, enjoy the energy that, the start line and the finish line brings in. It was all fun. There were no technicalities like, am I the best? Is my timing improving? Am I getting better? There was absolutely no focus or, detailed planning around that. We would just go and have fun. We realized this is something that a lot of people may enjoy. And he decided that we are going to start doing races in NEB Sports. I remember 2014, Bengaluru Marathon, the first edition of Bengaluru Marathon. I ran the race. I did half marathon. The entire route was like how they show in old movies. It was my childhood memory lanes that I was running on, and the energy was just amazing. I went to the finish line and I realized events are more than just about fitness and inspiring health. It is about celebration of community, culture, the positivity that it brings in with so many people gathering with nothing but good thoughts and health in mind. Everyone comes there to celebrate. And that was the only edition of Bengaluru Marathon I ran, and after that I moved to the organizing team, and it's been a fantastic journey since then. So we have to bring in the passion when when you have lived through the journey of the people you're going to service, right? So we started wondering about things that we can make a difference in the events that we organize, because when we participated in events, there were some things that were perfectly okay, works in your favor. There's some things that you can improve on. And since we had participated in many races, we said, what are the key elements? We took our own journey, right? Like I said, there was no training, there was no preparing, you would just get up and run. And we realized if people want to pursue this in a competitive manner, where they want to focus on increasing their speed, getting better in fitness, there is a structured training required. So we introduced training run concepts in our events. So any beginner who wants to just get into running and needs some kind of a support in the journey. You can't just get up and participate in a marathon event and do a 21 kilometers or a 42 kilometers without proper training. So we introduced the concept. What are these training runs? There are many small events before the main run, which gives you the confidence of participating and completing the distance comfortably, because you don't want to collapse at the finish line. Your body has to recover well, so you're training. Why is it so different to organize training runs from an organizing perspective? It means countless early mornings for the team, because our training run is a mini event. It has the same elements that the main event has. It has aid stations, it has manpower planning, it has logistics, everything that you do, even the warm-up and the photographs. It's a complete package, and we do mini events like this, which builds up to the main event. So that's something that we introduced, and we saw the community build up. There's some friendships that develop because people are meeting each other often. They're running together in the mornings and, developing plans on how they're going to continue this practice on their own before the main event. And that's how we see a lot of running groups that have come about in India, which encourage each other. This, again, was not there when we started running. And it also makes the main race day not as intimidatable. It's achievable because you have done this, you know how it works, and you're trained very well. Another thing we noticed was the support that you get along with on the route. We have something called as aid stations. What are aid stations? They are hydration points which give you water, electrolytes, and some basic nourishment like a biscuit or a banana to help you energize yourself while you're running. Usually, events have it once in 2.5 kilometers. That one aid station you'll find every 2.5 kilometers. We realized that people don't plan in advance when they want to hydrate themselves. So if they miss out one, then before they reach the other one, it's quite a distance. And we introduced the concept of an aid station every kilometer in NAB sports. It's not easy. It's a little more expensive, obviously. But we realized that if we do this, we can minimize the cases of dehydration and cramping at the end of the race. So now we have all our events. We have so far executed about 250 events in the past 13 years. And all our events, whether it is small scale or large scale, have aid station every kilometer. And we are very happy that the runners are able to have a smooth run and finish it comfortably. Then the other thing we noticed, we are foodies ourselves. When we would finish a race, we would get a sandwich and a Tetra Pak juice, and we knew that that is not enough. With the distances your body has run, you need more nourishment. So we introduced the concept of fresh food. We are known for it now in the running community. Every finisher in our event, whether it is a training run or a main race, gets hot breakfast after the run. What is hot breakfast? In Bangalore, it's idli, upma, and everything. And in Delhi, it's paratha. In Mumbai, it's vada pav. Your local delicacy made fresh. So it's literally like having a, catering unit along with the main running unit, because our runs, we have participants of tens and thousands. We talk about 20,000 participants, 30,000 participants. Imagine taking on the challenge of providing fresh food to this entire community of runners who are assembling after their run, where they're not having the patience to wait in long queues. So you have to plan that many counters. Distribution becomes a challenge. But we took it upon ourselves and we've done it. And now most of the races follow that. So that's something that we're happy that we have introduced in the space. We also have something called as stadium runs, where people run for 24 hours and 36 hours continuously. They do distances of 200 kilometers plus. So that's another space. I remember, if I have to share a memory of how it is, our team is there on the ground all through the event to support them and ensure that everything is going per plan. Because it's a 24-hour, obviously there is an element where, it's night and your breakfast, lunch, and snacks and dinner. But what do you do in midnight? So we just left it open. Runners are running on a 400-meter track. Someone says we want ice cream, and we would, just give them ice cream. Someone says we want hot soup, and we would provide hot soup. So it's insane. Runners actually tell us we kind of spoil them by providing so many options. But we do it because we know what they're going through. We know what it is to run and crave for something, and how important and meaningful it is to, get it at that point. It would make our achievement, our celebration that much more, our experience of achieving something that much better, So that's another thing we are committed to. All the key members of NEB Sports are either runners or fitness enthusiasts. So they're there in the event on ground. We are not sitting in control center looking at CCTV cameras on what's happening across the route. We are there cheering the runners at the start line. We are there celebrating with them at the finish line. We're there at aid stations making sure everything is stocked properly. We're there at the podium, feeling as good as a winner is feeling, with the runners, because our journey has been being runners ourselves, and we continue to do that. So these are some of the things that have made us do whatever we are doing joyfully. If someone wants to join NEB Sports, because it's fun, you travel to many cities, you meet a lot of people, and you're surrounded by positive energy. No one comes there with a bad mood or, to pick a fight. Everyone comes there to enjoy their run. So much of positivity in this space. So when someone wants to join us, we tell them, if you want to have a lazy, relaxed Sunday, this is not for you. But if you want to have a meaningful Sunday and fun-filled one, welcome to the team. So one of the things that you would hear when people are saying, find your passion, is what is it that would make you get up in the middle of the night and do something with full energy? Okay, my space, you literally get up in the middle of the night. If you're a runner, you get up early hours to run. And if you're organizing an event, you're literally in the middle of the night. People are finishing their Saturday parties and coming back, and we are going towards the venue to, set up water stations, check out the stage route and everything. So that's something that we all enjoy doing. After organizing all these events, now you want to know what, because everything is in place. There are running communities. There are many, many running events in India. What are people looking at next is endurance sports. They take on cycling, they take on triathlons, and of course, ultra running that I already mentioned. Ultra running is anything above 42 kilometers distance. It can be 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers. It's an insane space, and it requires a different level of planning and preparation to get into an ultra running space. So we set up something called as the NEB Performance Lab. We identified promising runners, and we helped them prepare for ultra running races and participate in international events. What does this performance lab do? It does a thorough analysis of nutrition requirements. It does an assessment of your performance on a regular basis. It helps you with injury-free training support, because if you get injured, recovery takes a really long time in running. And we assisted it. India team has won several podiums in international championships, the ultra running team. They've also done some amazing work in terms of breaking national records and creating new ones. These are things that we cherish and we're passionate and we want to do more of. And whatever it is that you do in your life, I'm sure you'll find it eventually. But if you already know what you're passionate about, great. You have a path to pursue. If you don't, like I said in the beginning, it's okay. You will find it eventually. And I'm sure that all of you will do well in whatever you choose to do. Thank you so much for the opportunity given to me here by REVA University to share my experience, my journey with you all, and just be good at whatever you do. Thank you.